I started a new job on Wednesdays only because, listen, because if I go to a job I don't like, I'm not staying the whole week. I'm leaving.
If you've watched some of our previous videos, you'll be aware of the fact that we love helping our subscribers with their problems. So much so that we took to the London Underground to ask commuters for their advice on your problems. For obvious reasons, we can't use commuters on the tube anymore, but we still wanted to continue the life advice series. We also wanted to rope in a man willing to go above and beyond when it comes to speaking to people on the street. None other than good friend of the channel, Max Fosh. Make sure you go check him out, he's an absolute madman. So without further ado, let's see what the general public of South London had to say about your issues.
How are you doing? Here you go, this is yours. This is for you. Sanitise it if you like. It has been sanitised, but just in case you are worried about it.
But by the way, the swag is different levels today. Yo,
I
this
think
set is crazy.
Every person we've had today, this might be the best trip going.
All right, so the reason we've got you here today is to help with some life advice problems that have been sent in by our fans. You guys have fans? Do you want to just introduce yourself, maybe say your name and what you do for the people?
I'm Jack, I'm a cook, that's about it.
My name is Joe Horner and I'm Dave Horner's brother.
Just
Tell
turned
him
up.
again, tell him again.
Turned up with his bike over there. So we thought, solid, let's get some true advice in from Mr. Joe Horner.
What's your name?
My government name?
Whatever you want to be called.
Crush.
Where does Crush come from?
You don't want to know. That's a wild story.
Do you want to tell it? Or is it not feasible for the camera?
I mean, what's your YouTube audience target? What's the age set on here?
18 to 24?
Basically.
Cool, we're good to go.
Let's crack straight on then. First problem, I hate my job. Are we on the problems or are we just talking about you?
I've just started a 3-month probation on my new job, one that I don't even enjoy. So much so that I live for the weekends and I get so battered.
Which in the UK is like, up, I guess.
Okay.
Don't need to tell Crush that.
Absolutely.
And I go out so much that even by Tuesday, I'm still not quite with it.
How do I turn things around? The fact I don't enjoy this job is crucial.
Oh, quit your job. 100%.
Just go do something you enjoy. Even if it's not well paid, like at least you're doing something you enjoy.
You know, I was in a job last year that I hated. I tried to make it work and then didn't, and I left and moved to Switzerland for the winter.
Wow, that's the way you do it.
Where was it? You struck me as a Lausanne man.
No, it wasn't. It was over in the east. I was skiing over there.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I was skiing over there. What a legend. Absolute legend.
My advice for that is to probably have a bit of ego disillusion, a good bit of ego disillusion.
That's
a bit
posh
of,
word. I don't even know what that means.
You have to go to the Amazonian rainforest and do a ritual with a guy who's gonna make a tea out of sassafras roots and ayahuasca leaves. And then you sit there and you throw up a lot. And then you basically just hug people a lot. And yeah, you'll be on a Vice News documentary probably not long after.
Well, if you don't enjoy it, get him to fire you.
Get him to fire you? That's so extreme, Ruben.
Worst colleague ever.
And what ways would you sort of give them of basically getting out of the role?
Be late or don't turn up.
To just be late?
Be late, don't turn up, just cuss someone out.
So you walk in 45 minutes late, where have you been? Off, boss. There you go, that'll do it.
Listen, I live my life on the edge. I started a new job on Wednesdays only because, listen, because if I go to a job I don't like, I'm not staying the whole week. I'm leaving. I come Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and leave. Strike 3, I'm out. That's it. That's how it goes.
You have to remember, when you're on probation, you can give a week's notice. So I would keep the job, get the pay, and look for another job at the same time. I know because I did that. So.
Is that exactly what you did? Yeah? And how do you feel for doing it? Happy? Think you made the right call?
I was cool with it. I was like, I got a week, found a job, gave a week's notice, took the pay, and I left.
If you're not happy with your job, go get a new job.
Trust me, right? I'm a little bit older than these gentlemen. Go and do everything that you can while you've got the time.
People are so afraid to take risk. I came here with nothing. I came here to my mom and I told my friends I got a passport. Hey, I'm going to the UK. No one wanted to come.
And now look at him, he's in a VYB video. You want
to read the next problem out?
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Joe.
No worries, Max.
This one seems like it might have hit you guys before. I might be judging. My boyfriend will end it if I don't go vegan.
That sounds like you were judging.
I've been living with my boyfriend for 6 months. He's a vegan, but I eat meat.
I only eat meat when I'm not in his presence. However, now the relationship is getting more serious. He has told me that if we are to be together long term, I have to become vegan like he is. What do I do now? Joe, if you was put in a situation, you've been with your missus for 6 months, she says to you, you're big man. Listen to what I'm saying to you. If you don't start just eating plants and everything there and you keep eating meat, we're not going to be together anymore. How would you take that?
This one's quite an easy answer. Put forward to your boyfriend that you're going to become a vegan. But there are lots of alternatives for dried meats that you can have and you can store in small hideaway holes in your house.
Are you saying them to steal meat and put it in small...
A closet carnivore would be my option on that.
You can't just keep beef in a closet, though.
A pepperoni would be quite good to store somewhere.
Well, pepperoni's a bit linear.
Exactly.
I'm thinking more like biltong. The whole point in that being that you create a facade of being a vegan.
Fair play, that was a fantastic answer, by the way. One of the best answers I've ever heard.
Well, you just started this, so I don't know.
I know, but we do these...
Is it veganism to save the environment, or is it veganism because... Why are people vegan?
I think it goes into a deeper understanding of like control. He's a control freak.
If he's asking you to change this, he might ask you to change other things.
Like?
I don't know, your hair.
I would say I'll do it for a week, see how I enjoy it. But if you're not willing to be with me because I'm not vegan, then you got me twisted because...
You got me twisted.
But also, you've got to think about the future, and if you have children, then he's going to want vegan children, do you know what I mean? And then Christmas dinners, what are you going to have?
I mean, it just depends how much she loves him, wants him, you know.
So would you ever go vegan for a girl?
No, I wouldn't personally. I'm not.
For her, I would say, look here, if you really, really want to be with him, give it an honest shot. I really think vegan diet, to be honest with you, is the future and it is the way to go.
Just out of interest, what's your favourite meat?
Steak, mine's chicken.
Chicken.
What was the reason for that question?
I'm interested in Adele and Natalia, is that all right?
Our next problem, a real problem, other than what's your favourite meat?
Wasp. Careful that wasp. Can't deal with wasps.
Jasmine was chiller.
Sorry, Jasmine.
Come on, mate. So I guess, yeah, if you... Joe, trying to film a video
deal with him.
I like this one. This one is tasty.
Can I date my friend's high school ex?
It's been a decade since we were in high school, or just school, as we call it.
And I've been getting close to a guy that I was in our friendship group back then. But when in high school, he dated my best friend for about 18 months. She's still my best friend, so I don't want to ruin our friendship, but me and this guy have always been friends, and in the past few months, I've been hanging out with him more.
I've never had butterflies in the same way I do with him. What the hell do I do?
So in layman's terms, basically, she wants to date a boy, but that boy used to date her best friend.
What is this nonsense? How many years ago?
The UK.
How many years ago was that?
I think you can go for it, mate. Whoever that is.
Just tell him, just crack on.
Especially if it's worth it.
She's a 10-10.
So what about if it was a really serious one and they'd had like a bad breakup or anything like that? Would you ask your friend before you got into it?
Yeah, you maybe ask her too.
Yeah, I agree. I think speak with your friend.
The one thing that you have to do is be open and honest with your best friend. You've got to have that conversation, and you also need to let that guy know as well that you want to have the relationship with, where you stand.
Let's say you two have been friends for 10 years and you came to her and said, look, Adele, yeah, remember that fella from back in school? Me and him have started to sort of gain some kind of vibe, some connection. How would you feel?
I literally wouldn't care. High school. Yeah, I know.
Listen, do what you want to do.
Go for it, yeah? You'd just say go for it.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
What about if it was a serious relationship in high school though?
How serious was it if it didn't work out?
Should I drop out of uni?
Did you go to uni?
I did.
What did you do at uni?
Economics and Italian.
Italian?
Arrivederci.
I'm in my second year of university studying engineering. As the months roll on, I become less excited by my degree, and I have got into this panic that I don't want to be an engineer, and I'm questioning whether I'm wasting precious years of my young life.
Do I drop out or will I regret it? Did you go to university?
Yeah, I did.
Did you study cookery?
Yeah, just a cookery, yep. Studied that.
What is the official food tech? Is it food tech?
The culinary arts.
Let's go first of all, you didn't go to university, so what's your thoughts on this?
I believe that you can take a break, you can take time out to give yourself to think about your life choices. You should be able to take that time out and experience going for other jobs to see if that's what you really want to do, and then you have the option to go back.
Okay, let's go to the next problem.
Go to the last one and make this
the last one.
Make this the last one.
This is the last one because literally the whole set is destroyed.
Take that away,
right.
Because that's just, it's getting stupid now. Oh, is it blown away? Don't let it blow away.
Littering.
Instagram is ruining my life. I'm an 18-year-old freelance graphic designer and all of my business comes through Instagram. So naturally, I'm on it all of the time.
I find myself scrolling through other graphic designers that are so much better than me. I'd love to just delete the app, but it's so important to my brand that I can't. How do I manage this problem?
See, that's the actual problem. I rate this guy because he's reaching out for that vegan, like, he's actually here for a serious, like.
If you've got a brand that you need to keep up,
yeah, then
stick with it. But like, you got to separate yourself from that, because if you start comparing yourself to other people, which is basically what Instagram is, then you're gonna have a time. As soon as you find yourself comparing yourself, you just gotta like take yourself out of that situation. Just stop yourself from overthinking it.
Focus on your progression day by day, not trying to jump all the way up.
Have you ever done a social media detox? You strike me as the sort of person that would do that.
No.
Do you use Instagram in your chefing work?
Well, not anymore. I realised that everyone's doing the same, posting pictures of their miso in their house.
And no one likes miso.
Half of Japanese food is based on miso. You basically just slander the whole large population of people.
I still don't know what miso is.
Miso is the term would be a legumes, and then you put that with something called koji, which is like a weird.
Well, you just called it weird there, Jack. You're just disrespecting a whole swathe of a population, it sounds like.
Yeah, well.
No, got you, 1-all.
Life is easy. Life is extremely easy. Turn off social media. Turn off all social media, and things will become so much more clear and make so much more sense. People are always trying to be who they're not, or trying to chase the person next to them. Focus on what you need to do and what makes you happy. Life, that's all you have to do.
Crush, I think you might be. I've been interviewing people for about 3 years, and you are probably my favourite interviewee I've ever had.
As always, everyone, make sure you do the liking, the subscribing, the commenting, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
And also go and check out Max Fosh and check out some of his videos because they're really good. Especially that sibling one where you can be the better sibling. So I might have to go and rewatch that and take some more notes.
So there you have it. Bada bing, bada boom, another episode of Life Advice in the Bag and plenty of problems solved. We'll be back every single Monday, so don't miss out on the quality content we've got in store. We'll see you next week.